Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about knowledge exchange. It's a web application developed for students to facilitate the exchange of the knowledge. On this project, I took on the role of a full stack developer. On the front end side, I developed the entire user interface and its interactions. And for the back end, I designed the API and managed the database for better storage of the data. So the problem I tried to solve was that in an environment like Holberton, we are the students when we have different background, we have different skills, and we don't have any dedicated platform for sharing it. So I came up with an idea. It was to develop a minimalist web app where users can seek help on something specific, and a user can offer their help based on their skills. And the target audience is the students. So we are on the demo time. We are going to see how the application works. Here we have the landing page where we see how the application works, why the idea, and all we need to know how it works. Here we have the sign up page where a user can create an account with a name, last name, address, password. And here we have the sign in page where a user who already have an account can sign in his account. We are going to take this one, for example. Here we have the home page. We can see that we have all the requests listed here with their status. Here this one is in reserved status, and this one too. This one is in pending because no one starts already helping the one who posted this request. And here we have this one which is in progress because the user already starts being helped. Here we have the search bar. We can look for requests by, for example, by Python, and we will see that we have only the Python ones. And here we can sort all these requests by status, pending, in progress, or resolved. For example, if I do this, we can see that we have only the resolved ones. And here we can sort them by newest or oldest posted. Here we have the create request page where user can mention the title, the skills he wanted, the description, and can add images. We can take this example. We see that he mentioned the skills he wanted, and here he can add images. For example, we're going to take this one, and he can publish, and we can see that we can see that he already published the request. Here we have the request that the user already posted. This one is the new, and this is the oldest. We can see that this one is in resolved, and we have one in pending because this is the one he just created. And if I want this one to pass in progress, I do this, and if it's already resolved, I can mark it resolved. And the user has the possibility to edit or delete or create another request. Here we have the messages. We see that if we come here, we can contact the one who posted the request. We have a system. We have a messaging system, and we can send the message. And here we have the message page where we can see all the messages that they had. Here We have the profile page where the user can edit his profile by editing the name, address, email, phone number, change the password, delete the account if he wants. And he can, when he's done, he can log out. And that's it for the demo. Oh. The tech choices, sorry. So to develop this application, I choose this stack of tech choices. So for the front end, I use React. I use React for his ready-to-use component, and Material UI for his modern and responsive interface. And for the back end, I use Node.js and Express for the high performance for APIs and the same languages as the front end. And for the database, I use PostgreSQL for that it's reliable and secure data. So I choose this stack because of its consistency. I had JavaScript everywhere for the productivity and the maintainability because the technologies are documented, and the stack is optimized for the application's need. So this is how the application works. The user interacts with the front end by clicks and forms, and the front sends a request to the back end, which processes logic and talk to the database, and the database returns the secure data, and the back end return the response to the front end to update the user interface. Here we have the data model, the heart of the application. This data model has three tables: the user tables, the offers table, and the messages one. The user table stores the profiles like first name, email, password, skills, and the offer table contains helping listing, and the message table manages the conversations linked to the sender, recipient, and the relevant listing. So this is the code snippet. This code snippet handles the sending message. It sends the message to the backend API with the authentication, clears the input field, and refresh the conversation. The code includes proper error handling and the loading states for a smooth user experience. These are the challenge I identified during the development of this project. The first one was keeping the data synchronized between the front end and the back end, handling the authentication flow, connecting the database relations, and making a page look good together, and to manage the time by prioritizing features, and finally finding and fixing error across the whole stack. Security was something very important during the development of this application. I secured the application on 6 points. The first one was to secure the authentication. The second, to protect roots with denying the access without authentication. Encrypt the password in the database to check the input before validation, to parameterize queries only. To parameterize queries for preventing SQL injection, and to and to let the users only edit or delete their own content. So this is the roadmap. I divided the project into 4 phases. The first one was to develop the authentication and the user profile, and also creating the help request. The second one was for the skills filters and the messaging system. The third one was to make the app responsive and to make tests. And the fourth one was for finding bugs and fix them, and for the demo preparation. So here we have the report of the development. I had some successes, challenges, areas for improvement, and key learning. In the successes, I deliver a functional and secure MVP on schedules, and an intuitive, smooth user experience. And also for the challenges, I underestimated the time required for certain features, which was not a good idea. And for the area for improvement, I think I had to increase the test coverage because I didn't give any time, because I didn't have a lot of time. And the key learnings is that I master a full JavaScript stack, a crucial and I learned that planning and task prioritization was an important thing. In conclusion, NoX is a minimalist and secure web application for knowledge exchange between students, and developed in a full stack JavaScript. And for the future feature, I would like to add a rating and review system, and add also a real-time notification with WebSockets, and integrate a video conferencing feature, and also make the application a native mobile one. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Hello and thanks for the presentation. I have a quick question about JavaScript.
Yes.
Any reason you didn't choose something like TypeScript to have something modern with type safety?
I used JavaScript and TypeScript, but I didn't mention that I used the TypeScript too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I saw on your box of your schematics, you made SQL queries from client. Is that a mistake on your presentation, or back again? Back. Another, là, ici, here. SQL queries between front-end and back-end. Is that normal?
No, it's
Okay.
it's an error.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay. And did you use an ORM or anything like that between your Node.js and Postgre?
No, I used queries, parameterized queries.
So you use a connector, a standard connector between Express and Postgre?
Exactly.
Okay.
This one is not going to be a technical question, but so you want basically students to use the application. How do you plan to market it? Is it going to be free, fully free, or it's going to have some?
It's going to be fully free.
Okay.
Yes, it's for students and yes.
Other question? It's good?
Good.
No, it's good? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So, hello everybody. I'm going to present Léa Bénévole, a web application that helps an association to manage its mission, volunteers, registrations, and memberships. The goal is to replace scattered files and email exchanges with one single platform. So I will give a short presentation. I will explain the architecture, then my feedback, and to finish, a demonstration. So I will present the team. We did this project with Frédéric. I'm Hugo, and I handle the backend and the databases. So the logic, the structure, and the relationship. Frédéric's focus on UI UX side, the Figma mockups, and project organization using Trello. We worked like a wheel project with task breakdown and regular follow-up. So the starting point was a very concrete problem. Many associations still manage everything with Excel, paper, and emails. So this led to mistakes. It wasted time, and it makes it really hard to keep track of things like who is registered, who is actually coming, who has an active membership, and so on. So the idea was to centralize all of that in one place. I will talk about the goal of the project. The goals are simple. Like I said, centralize mission and volunteers. Let volunteer register easily and track their history. Give the admin tools to create mission, manage registration and memberships, and communicate more efficiently. I will talk about user and permission on this application. So this application has two main roles. On the volunteer side, we want a simpler experience, view mission, register, manage the profile, and track membership status. On the administrator side, it's more about management, so the create for mission, tracking volunteers, validating registration if needed, and managing memberships. So we clearly separate access depending on the role of user. Here is a feature available on the website. So create, update mission, list mission with option to register for them, mission filtering by location. Admin can create volunteers and partner profiles. The user can log in himself. Management of mission registration approvals, and management of expense claim approval. Now I will talk about the architecture. In this diagram, we can see how the application works and how it's deployed. User access the website from their browser, and all pages use HTTPS connection, so it's secure. This is run on OVH Cloud hosting. On one side, there is PHP application code organized in folder, like controller model view. And the other side, there is a MySQL database that stores the data, member, missions, registration, expense report, etc. So on the developer side, deployment is done by uploading the file to the server with WinSCP using SFTP. And database management is done with PHPMyAdmin. So in short, user browse with HTTPS, the server runs the PHP code, and MySQL stores the data. I will talk about the tools and language use. So JavaScript is used to create dynamic interaction in web page. PHP is a server-side programming language mainly used to build dynamic website. It can interact with database, generate a dynamic HTML page, and handle the logic of the website of the application. MySQL is a relational database management system, so that works as server. We can store data in tables, query it with SQL, and use it in our application. Now I will talk about the data model. So this is the MCD, the conceptual model. So using we do this with looping. This is a logical. So we design a rational model around the main entities: user, volunteers, mission, registration, and memberships. The key point is that the relation allows us to track who is registered for what, the status, and whether the person is up to date with their membership. This model makes management consistent and help avoid mistake. So we start from this conceptual model, and now we will see the logical model, which is the base of the database actual in MySQL and PHP. So I will justify my using of MySQL and PHP So MySQL is easy to install and manage with Laragon. For example, it's ready just in a few clicks. PDO works very well with MySQL, and it allows to create relational base. PHP it's easy to use with an interface very interactive, so to manage the database without writing everything in the terminal. Quick operation, you can create table, edit, export SQL backups in a few clicks, and it's good for debugging. You can run SQL queries, check the table structure, and quickly see what's inside the database. Now I will talk about the security and authentication in my project. So on the security side, we implement session management to keep user reliably logged and prevent access to private page without authentication. We also regenerate session ID at startup to reduce the risk of session hijacking. Cookies are configured in a safer way, including making them inaccessible to JavaScript. We added protection without the user consent. From using a CFSRF token to prevent action from triggered without user consent. So finally, we enforce access control, so features are restricted to administrators and access is automatically denied other way. Now I will just present briefly the mockups with making with Figma. This is a French website, French association, so all the mockups are in French. This is the listing missions, editing profile, for example. And the result and learning, so in terms of difficulties, at the beginning we were 3 on this project, but one person stopped their training and therefore left the project. So on top of that, the project has already been put on standby because someone before me had done the same. So I had to join the project along the way, and basically we start from scratch without any action plan or guidelines. Since Frederic was part of another cohort, we also had a time constraint because his training ended much earlier than mine. As for improvement, there are still a few things to fix, such as rewriting the chat feature because it got issue when navigate to other page, and finishing the forgot password function. In successes, what I'm most proud is having proposed the entire structure of the website and being able to clearly explain how everything works. It also allowed me to work with a teammate who was not the same specialty or cohort, with a different profile, and despite that, we manage to work remotely together in an efficient way. And in terms of learning, I was able to apply and consolidate my knowledge. So conclusion, Liabedevol makes it possible to replace Excel and email with a simple tools and that centralize everything, mission, volunteer registration. We built the project on a solid MVC foundation with a well-structured database, despite time constraint and team changes along the way. So the result is functional, and there are still a few improvements to complete, such as the chat feature and the forgot password option. On the personal level, this project helped me grow both technically and organically, and gave me the option to experience real teamwork on concrete project. I will go for a demonstration. Okay, so we are on the administrator side, and we have so the edit mission form. We will just create this mission. Now we will add a new adherent, a new volunteer. We add, and now we will go to connect with my profile, which is a volunteer profile. So this is my profile, so as volunteer, and we will see the mission that are listing here. So we can filter by region. We can, if we don't put anything, it's all the mission on the page, and we will go to the new mission I created, and we will go to subscribe to it. Now we will ask for a new expense report. So just do this. We select the mission. We go for the nature of the mission, like test, okay. The depth and like this, up, and this. So we have a new expense report, but the status is known to validate it. Now we will just send a message to the person to the admin and like test. And here is the little problem we have on this website. We want to log out, but this is charging this is a long time. So this is the point we have to upgrade. And now I refresh, and we go on the admin side just for see if the chat is working. So I'll go just to check the mission. On my action, I can validate the test. Okay, and now the chat. Okay, I received the message. So I just go back to here and go to the last slide to thanks. So in summary, what went well? We delivered a functional website app with a solid foundation and we are workflow. The main difficulties were handling mission and registration status, debugging PHP logic, and prioritizing tasks as if we had real client. So, and for the next step, as I said, so reinforcing security and continuing to refine platform, upgrade the chat, and access to handicapped person. That's all. Thank you for listening.
I saw you release your website manually. Did you have any solution to make this automatic?
I don't have solution to do this automatically.
And do you use history like Git to have any version of your control of your project?
I didn't understand the question, sorry.
Did you use any version control software to manage your project? So you see any modification of your project in time? You can roll back or see who made any changes in your project.
Oh, on Git?
Git.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
We have many branches, so...
And did you use any framework for PHP?
No, only on PHP.
You wrote all the files. Okay.
PHP, yeah. native PHP, yes.
It's good?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.